Hey everyone, it's Courtney. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone has been doing well. It has been a hot minute since I've sat down and just filmed like a little chit chat update video with you guys, so that is what I'm doing today. So right now, as I'm filming this, it is my day off, and I figured I might as well take the time, film a couple of videos. So if you see the same like attire, that's why. I'm just doing a couple of mask videos today just to get them done and out of the way. And I know some people go and change their outfits and change their hair, but nah, not happening here. I ain't got time for that. Plus I'm doing laundry right now and I don't want to keep changing clothes. So you're stuck with this look. So I hope you enjoy it. I swear, I keep yawning while I'm trying to film this video, you guys. So if my eyes look watery or something, it's because I'm yawning. I do have a couple things I do want to talk about. The first one is kind of like an update to a previous video that I did probably, almost a year ago. It might be a little bit less than that. I can't remember. But it is my Flying Well plus size video. I get a lot of people, really sweet people, who either send me emails or DM me on places, or just, you know, they find some way to get a hold of me. And basically the question is always the same. They'll like tell me their size, either ask me what my size was or ask if I think that they'll fit, whether in the seats or if they need seatbelt extenders, you name it. So first off, thank you guys who reach out to me. I think it's just amazing. I know that whole feeling when you're getting ready to fly and you're plus size, or whether you're a guy, you know, when you're a bigger guy, and you're just nervous, you're scared, you know, you don't know what to expect. You hear all these horror stories, which, trust me, I've seen them. I know what you're reading or watching. So I know that fear that you get. And I just thank you guys for reaching out to me. You know, it makes me feel good. Basically, a lot of people kind of asked me like what was my size when I was flying. And I can't remember if I mentioned that in the video or not, or in my blog. I can't remember. But in case if I didn't, I flew back in July 2015 and I flew with United, and I stuck with United the whole entire way, both going to and coming back. I was a size 26 in pants, and sometimes like my tops might be like a 28, just because my body shape, I'm what they call apple shaped, but I don't know, I'm probably more like jack-o'-lantern shaped, I don't know. I have like a bigger middle section, you know, I have the spare tire, I have the pooch, you name it, whatever you want to call it. My midsection is my problem zone. I don't have very wide hips. I mean, my hips and my butt are kind of, you know, very standard white girl, very just small and, you know, yeah. So I don't really have too much of an issue with that. So I wasn't as concerned when I was flying about actually fitting in the seat, because I know that my butt and my hips are fairly on the smaller side, I'd say. I don't want to say smaller side, but I guess they're just more proportionate to my body. Whereas for me, my worry was about the seatbelt and, you know, if I would need a seatbelt extender, because I do have the spare tire, the, you know, little pooch in the front, you know, my stomach is my bad spot. So that's what I was mostly concerned about, was would that fit? And the seatbelt that was actually in the seat did fit. Granted, it was at the end, but it counts. Yeah, I ended up not needing a seatbelt extender. And I got myself so worked up about this. I mean, I think I spent 2 weeks freaking out before my flight about this whole experience, and it ended up being just completely fine. And like I mentioned in that video, I actually did ask for a seatbelt extender when I boarded. So before I even got my little honey in the seat, I was already asking for it, and then I ended up not needing it. So there we go, but it worked out. So yeah, basically my size when I flew was like a 26 in the jeans and maybe a 28 for tops, just because I do have, you know, a bigger bust and a bigger tummy. So there you go. And apple shape, that's my body type. So there's that information for you guys. I hope that does help. If you do have any more questions, feel free to contact me. I don't mind at all. I know the whole fear factor that goes into it. I would suggest if you know ahead of time what airline you're flying with, contact that airline. I think I reached out to United on Twitter, I believe, and I think they did comment back, I believe. But I don't know if I found it helpful or not. Who knows? I probably didn't because I know I was still freaking out, but whatever. I was just kind of wondering like how the whole process went for getting a seatbelt extender and all that. Reach out to your airline, call them, check their social media. If they have a website and part where you can talk to them, go to that. Email them, do anything, you know, just try and connect with them. So that's what I highly recommend first. And then maybe just kind of search online a little bit. That is what I did, but I know how it goes, and I know you just kind of want to hear someone else's real experience. So if you guys haven't seen that video and you are plus size and you're planning on flying, I'll link that down below, so go check it out. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is something that my friend Darlene Mishu here on YouTube has been talking about lately, and that is the whole bunny / graveyard girl and Shane Dawson video things that's been going on. I have been watching this right along with Darlene since the first video that they put up about this, and first off, the whole like video crew that Shane had with them, I mean, I don't mind Shane. I've watched him on and off for a couple years. I think it's fine, you know. I don't really have too much of a problem with him. I think the one thing I just didn't like is how they were just trying to do things, you know. They're coming to her house. I don't know. I just didn't quite like all of the over-the-topness, and I think a lot of it, now this is just my opinion, but I think a lot of it was just for video and not so much, you know, real, how you would really be if you're going to someone's house. But as far as what they're doing, I kind of like it because I have been watching Graveyard Girl Bunny for many years. I used to love her shoe unboxings. She would like get these Jeffrey Campbell shoes or some other like crazy, you know, Chinese laundry style shoes, and she would, you know, try them on, and she would do like these little like shoe dance type videos, and I used to love them. And I loved her style, you know, as Darlene says, she was just very much herself, very kooky and just out there, and you could relate to her in many ways. And I used to watch her religiously. And then she started doing, you know, a couple different series. One that I actually really started to like was that Does This Thing Really Work? I love that series. But after a while, I just found myself not watching her videos because as a viewer, you can kind of tell when there's no passion into something, and it was coming off. So I think I kind of just lost that connection with her a little bit. And I would watch a video every now and then, especially if it was one of those, will this thing really work? But after that, I just kind of stopped watching. And now when I saw Shane Dawson was doing this with her, it drew me back in because I wanted to see, you know, how would these two worlds connect together, because I've seen Shane Dawson before. I've been subscribed to him, so I wasn't quite sure how those two would like mesh together. And I think that Shane is going to have a lot of good ideas for her and just a different perspective, you know. I mean, everything he says to her might not apply for her, might not work for her, but I think it's great to kind of get that outside view, especially where Shane is one of the, you know, OG, you know, YouTubers that's really done well. I think also that him doing this stuff with Graveyard Girl, I think it was just like a mutual thing. I don't think it was all just about her, you know, trying to revamp her channel and figure out why it was declining. I think it's also going to help him as well because, you know, he needs that draw just as much. So if you have two big time YouTubers together, that's going to pull in some views and some audience. So I think it was more of like a mutual thing. Some of the videos that they've done, I don't know. I mean, I've clicked off a couple of them just because, I don't know, they're just not quite my cup of tea. So I'm actually really anxious to see what Bunny does and like how she runs with this now that everything has changed. I did watch the two videos that she's put up. The first video that she put up I wasn't really impressed with just because it was a clickbait title, kind of a clickbait thumbnail, and in the video, you know, it was supposed to be talking about, you know, why she's lied or something like that. And then most of the video was an unboxing of a Christian Dior handbag. And I don't know, I don't think she quite got it yet then. But then in her next video, I think she kind of has talked a little bit more and she opens up a little bit more, but I think she's slowly getting there. I think she still has her guards up a bit, and I think she just needs to kind of find what's going to work for her. And that might take a little while, but I'm just anxious to see what she does with this. If you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, check out Graveyard Girl on YouTube. If I can remember, I'll put a link down below to her channel. I checked out her Social Blade page, and it seems that this whole thing with Shane Dawson has really been helping her because, you know, her channel was like in the negative, in the red for days and days and days and days, and then all of a sudden it's just like flipped. And I mean, she's gaining, you know, 86,000 subscribers a day, and, you know, the views are just going way through the roof. So I'm really happy for her with that. Hopefully it stays. Hopefully she has found, you know, like a new look on her channel. So my best wishes to Bunny if she should ever see this, which I doubt she ever will, but if she does, best wishes and hope everything works out great. The other thing that I kind of wanted to touch on was just kind of see from you guys. Would you guys be interested if I started talking about the freebies websites that I use? Kind of go a bit more in depth on how to use them, what they're all about, and things like that. I know, like, I do quite a few unboxings lately, and that's because lately, I don't know if these companies are just liking me, but I've been hitting a pretty good jackpot when it comes to these companies sending me stuff. So would you guys be interested in, you know, hearing about these companies? There are quite a few that I don't really talk about right now that are absolutely fantastic if you like freebies. If you're interested in starting like a YouTube channel and getting freebies, or if you already have a YouTube channel and you want freebies, I do have a couple resources. So if it's something that you would like, drop a comment down below or hit the thumbs up button. Let me know that you guys want to see this stuff, and I'll film more about that. Also, I'm thinking about upgrading my camera. Right now I use a Canon HFR700, I believe. I think it's a 700. I'd have to look. Let me see here. Does it say it on here? Let me turn this. Yeah, this is the Canon Vixia HFR 700. So that's the camera that I currently use. I do like it. It's just like a camcorder style. It's great. I loved it. I do find though when I'm editing my videos, sometimes with the focus, you can actually hear it, and I'm not a huge fan of that. Plus, I mean, it's just, I've had this camera for close to 2 years now. It's done what it needs to do, but I just kind of want to upgrade a little bit. So I'm actually looking at the Canon EOS Rebel T7i. It is a much different camera. It's a DSLR camera, so I can also use it for photography and stuff. But it also has a really good, you know, video capture. It has like the little flip out screen, just like the camcorder here. So I am checking that out. It is a lot more expensive than this one. I think this camera cost me like 200 and something, and this camera is like 700. Oh, well, we'll just round it up. The thing that I'm looking at is like $800. So it's a lot more expensive, but it's one of those things where it's almost like an investment. So we shall see. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about it, tossing between it, and I don't know. So who knows, maybe in the next couple weeks you might see a different type of quality of video, and if you do, then that means that I bit the bullet and dropped the money and got a new camera. So we shall see. Like I said, no complaints about this camera, just with that little autofocus thing. I just don't like that. But who knows? We'll see. I'm just looking to kind of upgrade a little bit, and I really want to get into the photography stuff. This month, the month of May, my stepsister should be giving birth. It could go into June. That's possible because she's due like at the very end of May. So it is possible it could be a June baby. But I was just kind of thinking about, you know, like newborn pictures and just photography in general. I love photography, and I've never had a DSLR camera. I've never had like a really decent camera. So that's why I'm kind of thinking about upgrading and, you know, kill two birds with one stone. So who knows? If you guys have like a Canon EOS Rebel T7i, let me know. What are your thoughts? So yeah. Alright, so now I'm trying to think, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, work and why I haven't been doing live streams lately. Basically, work for me has picked up quite a bit lately, and by the time I get home at night, I am exhausted. So that's why I haven't done a live stream since April or March. Maybe it was March. I can't remember. It has been a while. So I know I love doing live streams with you guys. Just bear with me. Hopefully I can get to doing them maybe on like, I don't know, about a weekend or something like that. We'll see. But I haven't forgotten about you guys. I have a lot of people who love to come on there and just chat, and I love it too. It's so much easier just going there and, you know, talk to you guys instead of doing this and having to edit, upload, and all that stuff. I can talk to you guys in, you know, live form. So I have not forgotten about that, and I will be getting back to doing that pretty soon. So stay tuned for that as well. Alright guys, I can't think of anything else that I wanted to talk about. So I think I'm just going to cut this off here. And maybe I'm going to film some more videos today. I was actually thinking about filming more today because I had the time. But like right now, I just don't know what to film. So we shall see. I don't know. Yeah. Alright, I'm just rambling now, so I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, I will see you later. Bye.